Hi, welcome to the show. I'm Dr. Martina Wade-Hill, your personal life coach, helping you navigate through life. For personal coaching sessions with me, I invite you to my website, lifecoachmartina.com. Tune in regularly on YouTube for more episodes, and please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. So today I'm going to talk about birthing new beginnings and what to expect. New beginnings can be tough and they require a lot of rebuilding. Many of us may desire a new beginning, but really don't have an idea on what it takes and what's going to happen when we do have a new beginning. It's important to map out our lives as much as possible so that we can achieve the desired outcome or better. Which leads me to my first point. New beginnings require a lot of vision and planning. You can't just jump into a new beginning. You have to envision what you desire to have, research it, and prepare for it. Preparation could be financial, preparation could be emotional. It could be a lot of different things, but just know that you have to create your new beginning. Figure out if what you really want to do costs money. And if it does, create a budget or a way to finance it. For example, let's say your new beginning involves acquiring a new home, right? Then you need to do research on where you want to live, figure out what type of home you want to actually live in, and the cost of living, of buying, renting, and actually maintaining that home. Moreover, we need to pay attention to the emotional issues that come into new beginnings. Now, this is the section I really want to talk about because it involves change. You know, sometimes change can be really scary. Sometimes we can feel uncertain, we can feel nervous, we can feel stressful, and sometimes we can feel sad. Other times, we feel happy, we feel joyful, we feel excited. It just depends on the circumstance. It depends on what's all involved in our new beginning. For example, let's say you get a new job. You may feel nervous or uncertain about your new position because it's different than what you're used to. You may feel sad because you miss your friends at work, but you may feel actually happy because you're excited. It's a new opportunity and new possibilities. Truly, most new beginnings do not appear out of nowhere. See, a lot of us think, I want a new beginning in my life. We have these moments, I want a new beginning. And so we wake up in the morning hoping that today is our new beginning. But you have to create your new beginning. You have to decide, I want something new in my life. You have to have a desire of having something new in your life. Then you're going to plan for it, and then you're going to go get it. And if it's not a situation that you have to go get, you have to prepare for it to come to you. But it's going to require some legwork, okay? Many of us have to make that decision for a new beginning so that we can manifest that new beginning. Whether it's a new home, a new job, a new business, whatever it may be, we have to first decide and then plan it. I always tell people that your new beginning is connected to your desire. Because once you desire something, you make a decision and then you start manifesting it. Case in point, I remember, and this is kind of a funny story. So I remember I started my first business. I was about like 19, 20 years old, and it was a video production company. It was kind of like more like kind of an ad company, but I called it a video production company because honestly, I really didn't know what it was going to be at that moment. I was still, I think I was like a sophomore in college, and I was going to school for, my degree in television and radio and all of that. And I had been in the industry since I was 15 years old. So I already knew how to do production at that time. So I decided to tell my parents, that I'm going to start this business. So I don't just say, hey, mom and dad, I'm starting a business. I don't even tell them like that. I walked into the bedroom. My mom was in the bedroom one time. I don't know what she was doing. She was looking for something. And I said, hey, mom. And she's totally distracted, right? And she's like, yeah. She's kind of, I don't know what she was doing. She was kind of doing something in the room and looking for something. And I was like, hey, Mom. She goes, yeah. And then she was like, I said to her, Mom, I want you to take me off your taxes. And my mom was very classic. She was like, okay. I literally just came in the room and said, Mom, take me off your taxes. You know, I would think if my kid said, take me off your taxes, I would be like, why? You know, my mom didn't even stop doing what she was doing. You know, she was just like, whatever it was, she was looking for something. She's like, oh, okay. And so at that point, again, I'm a broke college student. So I remember wanting to start this production company. And so I drive to the dollar store, right? And I had like maybe like $3 or $4 to my name, drive to the dollar store, and I bought a pen and paper, right? So I bought a little pack of pen and paper, right? And I remember it was like about $3. And I came home and I said, okay, I'm gonna write this grandiose plan for this business. And I wrote 3 things on that piece of paper. I wrote equipment, staff, customers. That's all I wrote down for what I wanted to do. I was like, okay, I want this production company. What do I need? And I said, equipment, staff, and customers. From that point on, I started calling classmates that I knew had equipment, because obviously I didn't have any, because I went to the dollar store for a pen and paper. So I was like, okay, I don't have equipment. So who has it? And I was calling classmates like, yeah, I want to do this business. I want to partner with you, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, you know, some people said no, but I had a couple of people that said yes. And so we went into business together, and really I just kind of outsourced them, and I did all the producing, and I actually flipped airtime. So I would buy airtime in bulk, whether it be radio or TV, and then I would include it in my packages, include their fee in my packages. And there it was, I was getting paid. And every time we had a project, we were all getting paid. And so we were doing commercial work, right? And so I did that for a number of years. I did it locally, I did it regionally. And I'm thinking, all this started because I wrote 3 things on a piece of paper. And I remember my parents didn't really find out I started a business until like 3 years later after I started it. And someone had came and talked to my dad and say, yeah, tell your daughter I want this commercial for my shop and da 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 da, and tell her to call me. And my dad was like, okay. And he was like, what are you doing? I was like, yeah, I said I started a business. I told Mom, she knows. And he was like he told my mom, like, Dorothy, you know something about this? And she's like, no. And I'm like, yeah, Mom, I told you. I said, take me off your taxes. And so my dad was like, wait a minute, what? Because I was like, I'm going to start a business, take me off the taxes, I'm going to do my own taxes. So anyway, it was funny to me. But the point is, I had a desire, and I turned it into a decision and manifested it. Lastly, I just wanted to share with you, another point is, new beginnings affect everyone and everything around you. Don't just think that your life decisions don't have a ripple effect. I know we think we can do what we want to do. It doesn't matter. I'm grown. I'm this, I'm that. It's my business, what I want to do. I get that. But life decisions, they affect everybody around you, okay? They affect those who love you. They affect those who you do business with. They even affect those who watch you. It affects even your viewpoint on life and how you interact with others. New beginnings affect our behavior, our emotions, our outlook, our time. When we shift, everything and everyone around us shifts as well, whether they want to or not. And they have to do that in order to accommodate your change. So let me explain. You have to consider that you making a big decision is going to affect people in your household. You making a big decision is going to affect the current rhythm of your lifestyle. So let's say you get a new job And the old job, maybe you work from 9 to 3, but this other job, you work from 9 to 7. But when you were working at 9 to 3, you hung out with Susie from 4 to 6 every day. So now you can't hang out with Susie at that much. And so now Susie is affected by your new job. And I say that in jest, but think about the amount of time that you might have spent with your kids at the other job, where maybe the new job, you can't spend as much time with your family. And there's so many aspects to change and to shift. And even though I'm only using employment as an example, change is inevitable. So when you're making a major decision, it affects how people see you, view you, and interact with you. So think about it. The major changes that you've experienced in your life already. Think about how it's affected your environment. Think about how a new job affected even maybe, a romantic interest that you had, or a husband or a wife. Think about even how a new baby would affect your life, how it affects your desires, your viewpoint, even your finances. Every major life change affects everyone and everything around you. So be ready for it. Embrace it and make room for the change. As I said before, I had lost almost 200 pounds. And that major life change for me, it affected not just me, but I watched it affect everyone around me. It affected my relationships. It affected my conversation. The things I talked about, the things I was interested in, I was totally, affected by, my weight loss. And it also affected my decision making. And, when people, that I used to spend like a lot of time with, I realized that some relationships kind of diminished, some kind of fell off, some kind of shift and changed, because I realized that the people in my life had to change if they wanted to be a part of my life now. And, I wasn't going to eat the same foods that I ate before. And I realized that some of the places I went only had certain foods that I don't eat anymore. So then, unless they change and accommodate my eating to come to the next dinner, more than likely I'll either eat before I go or not eat at all or don't come. I mean, it's all in a lot of decision making. And I remember somebody recently invited me to a barbecue, like, oh, come to the next barbecue. And my immediate response is, are you guys going to have fish there? Are you going to have, something vegetarian? Are you going to have something other than, meat? And their response was, oh, I didn't think about that, because again, my life changed my diet, and it changed, how I socialize. So I can only imagine how different opportunities and situations that you may be experiencing may change relationships. And in your mind, you may think, oh, this is not going to change anything. But change always changes around you. Remember that. Change also changes around you, because when you're different, everything you draw to you, everything that's around you has to comply or it falls off. Okay. So understand this, that new beginnings have a way of commanding a new environment. So when you want a change in your life, when you want a life shift, when you want these types of changes that actually really elevate you to a next level, just know that some things are going to end in your life in order to make room for the new things that want to begin. So I want to leave you with this. I want you to remember this. New wine can't go into old wineskins. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. New wine can't go into old wineskins. Likewise, if you want change your environment, or your environment will change it for you. I'm Dr. Martina Wade-Hill, your personal life coach, helping you navigate through life. For personal coaching sessions with me, I invite you to my website, lifecoachmartina.com. Tune in regularly on YouTube for more episodes. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And until next time, be safe and love each other.